is more than a pitch. This is your story, your shot, your moment. Only the bold become the next bestseller. Step into the spotlight, your words in hand. You've got one shot, they'll understand. A voice, a dream, a future to claim. Make them feel it when you say your name. Will you rise, will you fall? Can you answer the call? They're watching, you're clocking. It's now or not at all. So make your pitch, make it loud. Turn the page, move the crowd. This is it, take your stand. One voice, one mic, one chance. So make your pitch, win the room. Let them feel that fire boom. Only one will take the crown. The next bestseller starts now. No time for maybe, no space for fear. You've worked, you've bled, now bring it here. Heart on the page, eyes on the prize. This is the battle where stories rise. Then no bluffs, will you fall? Can you answer the call? They're watching, you're clocking. It's now or not at all. Make your pitch, make it loud. Turn the page, move the crowd. This is it, take your stand. One voice, one mic, one chance. Make your pitch, win the room. Let them feel that fire boom. Only one will take the crown. The next bestseller starts now. No fluff, no filler, no backup plan. You got one shot to show them who you are. Can your words win the world? Let's find out. Make your pitch, make it count. One idea, shake the ground. Lights are on, can't back down. The next bestseller starts now. Make your pitch, make it loud. Turn the page, move the crowd. This is it, take your stand. One voice, one mic, one chance. Make your pitch, win the room. Let them feel that fire boom. Only one will take the crown. The next bestseller starts now.
Hello, everybody. How we doing this evening? How we doing? Ooh, we just got finished watching Battle Round 2. Battle Round number 2, right? Okay, so let's go around the horn right here and let's see who we got going on. We'll see who we got. All right, we got Carla T. What's up, Carla T?
Hi, everybody.
There you go. We got Jakaya. Hi, Jakaya.
Hi.
Okay, we got Tasha G. What's up, Tasha G?
Hey, everybody.
And then we got the queen of the show, Robin. What's up, Robin?
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so we just watched Battle Round 2. Okay, give me your thoughts on that because that was a battle. That was a battle. We got the teams going at it. We got a team judge, right? And then we got Tasha G and going up against Boris, two people about hope. And then we ran it back. The spicy rotation. We ran it back with the triple threat. Okay, so Tasha G, you up first. Give us your impressions, your thoughts on Battle Round 2.
It was definitely different. I've never had to talk to media yet about anything. So I realized that the questions that I received, I was not necessarily prepared. I was more in I guess, pitch zone mode, but I just want to shout Coach Nick out because he talked to me and he helped me to see a different perspective. And he's doing what coaches do, right? So now I feel like I'm a little more prepared when it comes to being able to open up more because it's not about just who I'm helping, it's about me too. And it's about how I got to write this book. And, I got to start to share that part too, which can be a little personal, but just having a few days to think about it, I realized that it's still my story. I share what I want from my story, and that's the empowering part of it. So shout out to Coach Nick doing the job. Appreciate you.
And you know, I always appreciate the love and recognition because I'm all about that love and recognition. Not just receiving it, but also giving it out. All right. So Tasha, you know, you say you didn't feel like you were that prepared, but I think you did a very, very good job answering those questions, though. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Jakaya. Come on, Jakaya. Give us your thoughts on battle round two.
It was nice, you know. I was impressed, and it was nice to see, as you will say, duking it out or whatever. But it was nice to see like everybody just answer those questions or whatever. It was nice to see a team judge too.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about that. So, what was nice about seeing the team judge, Jakaya?
I guess like I didn't feel like for me, I guess I didn't feel as nervous just talking to just adults. And there was a teen, and also like anybody could be a judge, regardless of what the age you are.
Okay. I like that. You know, so Robin, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what was the thought or the thinking behind having a team judge.
Sure. So this round, like as you guys know, I like to mix it up and give you a little bit of taste of everything. Some of our judges, it shows that they can come from any type of background. They can be a bookstore owner, they can be an author, they can be in the publishing world or genre in any type of form. But this week in particular, I wanted to show our teens in the competition that here's someone that has been published through Quill and Company, and they've gone through the same journey that you're about to go through. And Manny's come a long way. He's very confident. He actually has a brand called Confident Kids. And I wanted them to see that Manny, he wrote his book when he was 11 years old. And if he can do it, anybody can do it. So I really wanted you guys to be able to see yourself in the future through him and see where you can go with your book as well.
Well said. Well said. Lady K, what's your thoughts on round two?
I like I said before, I feel like each round everyone is really bringing it. And I really like the format of this round. I feel like it was great to be able to get questions from the judges to really force us to kind of reflect on why we're writing our book and like who we want to read our books and why, the why behind it. So I just really appreciated that, and it was great to just be able to dive more into the why.
Mm. Okay. So let's talk about the preparation for these judges being interviewers of you, right? So let's stick with you. Let's stay with you, Lady K. So let's talk about your experience and who do we match you up with?
So for this round, I got the opportunity to work with Dr. Christina Madison, who has amazing media training, and honestly, it was pretty much like a once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to get training from her. And like I think Tasha said this, but I don't really have a lot of like media experience, so it was just so helpful to dive into, tips for public speaking and how to really communicate what you want to a variety of people in the audience. So I really appreciated it. Like it was such a great experience.
And going through that media prep, shout out to Dr. Christina, right? I think we're gonna bring her on the show a little bit later on. Um, did it make you, and then for the media prep, and then to be interviewed by the judges, did it kind of give you some foresight of what's to come?
I think so. I think the media prep and just like the interviewing by the judges, it helped me like stay grounded in like like I said, like the why behind my book and like who I want to read this book. And this book is for everybody, Love and the Key of Black, but just really narrowing it down to I want people to feel hopeful about love and focusing on that. I think that like just being reminded of that by Dr. Christina Madison was super helpful.
All right, all right. Jakaya, all right, talk about your experience with your media prep.
It went really well. She's very nice and she seems very professional. I was a little nervous, just a tad bit,
Had
but
it. Okay.
but it was nice talking with her. It was nice, getting some preparation for the meeting because I don't think I've had any experience with that either. So
Okay. All right. So, Robin, each week we look to pour resources into these contestants, these aspiring authors, soon to be published authors, right? Why don't you talk about the motivation behind pouring resources into this? Because we could have just said, hey, it's a competition, go duke it out and see what happens. But instead, we decided to pour resources into them and coach them up, right? So, so talk about that, decision making on pouring resources into these contestants.
Yeah, I think we first, like you said, we first started, we had an idea of how we wanted the competition to go. But the more we saw these contestants perform, the more we fell in love with their stories. We just wanted to pour more into them, and give them every tool that they could use to be successful in this competition. So, I pulled out some of my writing coaches to help them prepare their synopsis. We pulled out, like, as we said, Dr. Christina's helping them with the interview skills. And I think I shared this with the contestants last time. I said, as far as the media prep goes, that is truly beneficial because, the next bestseller, or any of you guys that are the finalists will find themselves in that situation where someone's going to walk up to you and put a mic in your face and start asking questions, and you got to be ready. And I think I told them I had an interview recently with the Laurel Independent, and I had no idea what the questions would be. So they were just rapid fire questions about the competition and how I started it, and I just had to be prepared. So even the media part for me is new. But Dr. Christina, she is phenomenal in what she does. I've heard nothing but great things from the contestants about working with her. And we just want to pour as much resources, and give them as much as they can to be successful in this competition.
Okay, well, speaking of the lady, all right, let's talk. Oh, there she is. There she is. Pop it up like a ninja. Just pop it up. All right, come on, Dr. Christina. Come on, mute. Let's talk a little bit. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone. I was so just tickled pink when I saw your guys' responses, because we helped develop the questions and we really wanted to really make sure that they were specific to you and your book and your identity. And I just think you guys all knocked it out of the park. And, I'm sure Robin has probably said this before, but it's like watching your children and being a proud parent. I was just so thrilled and just tickled. And Sam, I know you're off camera, but I was just really pleased with your responses as well. And shout out to you guys for like plugging beyond the competition because I really want you guys to be forward thinking. So not just thinking about what's going on during the competition, but what are your dreams and aspirations and goals after this? Because here's the thing, you're gonna skyrocket. Just being in this competition is going to change the trajectory of your lives. And having that ability to describe yourself and describe your book and be able to sell yourself and to have that emotional attachment is just going to be it's going to really take you far. And I know that Tiara's not on the call, but she talked about, ways that she could, not use filler words and how she could really express herself. And shout out to Coach Nick for shouting me out as well during the competition, and also for Robin for giving me the opportunity as an unknown to come in here and to really help you all to improve to be your best selves on camera because we're documenting this whole process and we just are just so thankful that you guys rose to the occasion and you really stepped up to this week.
Look at that. Facts, facts. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, now she said unknown. Well, let me just maybe unknown to Robin because I made that introduction. But this lady is well known. So come on now. We're not gonna be a little, we're gonna allow you to flex a little bit. We're gonna allow you to flex. Flex those publicity, those social media muscles, those, you know, in highly in demand muscles right there as a top speaker around the country. Okay,
Yeah.
so tell the people, because we had some aspiring authors out there. We had some people who are actually authors who can use some help with some media training, media prep, as well as business owners out there, right? So go on now, take your moment. Let's go ahead and do some flex and tell the people more about who you are and what you do. Let's go.
So I am a public relations and communications specialist. This is a role that I proudly moved into during the pandemic because I felt so strongly that my community needed a strong voice that looked and sounded like them to help communicate health communications. I've been able to take that skill set and really I can tell you I've done tons of things with my PharmD, including having 2 segments on Good Morning America. I've done 2 TEDx talks. I currently have a segment on Wired right now that has almost 700,000 views. So if you guys want to check me out, just type in Dr. Christina Madison. I just did a segment this week because it is hot as Hades here in Las Vegas. And I did a segment on heat-related illness and safety for my local news network. And it's so interesting. I had about a 20-minute conversation with the reporter and they asked me to come in studio, and I swear they probably used a good 15 minutes of that 20-minute interview, which for those of you guys who have seen any media interviews with talking heads, they almost never do with the experts. They hardly ever use that much of the clip. And again, I think part of that is because I have curated this experience with the reporters, that they feel comfortable with me. They feel like I'm going to give them factual and accurate information that they can take back and they can easily edit because of the soundbite. Remember, we talked about the soundbite rule, guys? 2793, right? We talked about the soundbite rule. So 27 words, 9 seconds, and 3 main points. If you guys can master the soundbite, you can master anything. So those are just some of the tips and tools that I was able to give you guys in a 30-minute segment. Think about what I can do for you if you give me the time to really make sure that I help you, your book, your business moving forward so that you really position yourself as a thought leader and an expert in your space so that you can take your career to the next level.
Gee, look at that. And I said flexing, she was flexing. There we go. Right. Well, let's talk about that though, because this battle round two was really about preparation for the future, the near future, but still the future, right? Preparing you to have successful careers as published authors. And so that means that many times you're going to have to speak. Like reading aloud is speaking, right? Okay, so you have your book signings. You're gonna have to what? You're gonna read aloud, read some passages, some chapters in the book. And for people to really, connect with you, they got to see your personality, right? What Tasha G all about? What Lady K all about? Jakai, okay, now she really all in that spooky, gory murder mystery stuff, or she's something different. I don't know. We gotta find out. See, they want to know all that stuff right there. So talking about your future here, I think this is a perfect segue into talking about, oh yeah, I said we got some surprises. Every week we got some surprises here, right? So what we're gonna do right now, so we're dropping right now in the chat, in the YouTube chat, we're dropping the link. You know we're dropping the link to? We're dropping the link to boop, 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 boop. That's right, the Next Bestseller Shop, the online store, the official online store for the Next Bestseller competition. We're dropping it right now in the YouTube chat, right? And so what I'm going to do is that just for some folks like, well, what do you mean? I don't talk about how do we get it. All right, I got you covered. I got you covered. Don't worry. I'm going to show you what we're talking about right here. So we're going to go right over here. Bam! We go to the next bestseller shop. Look at that. Isn't that a nice looking website? Yes, it is a nice looking website, right? Okay, and see what it say. Supports tomorrow's best-selling authors, right? And so, oh, look at that. We got some merch. Look at that. You know, you want to pour your favorite cup of juice, health juice, coffee, whatever you want to put. Man, look at that. Next bestseller. You got the message over here, so we can get the message a little clearer. One voice, one mic, one chance, right? Taken straight from the theme songs, from the lyrics in the theme song right there. So you want to support this show, keep this show going so we can have more seasons, more contestants, and also do more for our existing, contestants once they have finished this competition, be able to support them. Hey, come on, support us. Get yourself a mug or two, get something for your friends, your family, your neighbor, right? Just hit that add to cart because you ain't gonna finish buying. You're gonna hit add to cart, and then you're gonna go on back and you're gonna guess what else you're gonna do. You can get yourself, oh, look at that, a next bestseller t-shirt, right? Ooh, look at that. Look at that graphics. Ooh, look at that illustration right there. And you got the logo on the sleeve right there, right? And you might say, well, Coach Nick, what are we talking about right here? So we got more quotes from the theme song there. And you say, well, Coach Nick, hey, I like white, but not like that. I need something else. Don't worry. We got you covered. Bam. Black. Ooh, look at that on the black. Come on, that's sizzling. That is smoking. Ooh wee. Right? You got the bush, you got that microphone, and you got the people pumped because they're hearing these fantastic aspiring authors right here. And you say, well, no, that black is cool, white is all right, but okay, we got you covered with pink. You want pink? We got you with pink. Right? So you can get the pink, the white, the black, you can get all three for your sister, your mama, your brother, and everybody else. Right? So help us to continue to have this show and be able to pour great resources into this show, like the great Dr. Christina and the other folks. Okay. Now, something else we kind of tease a little bit. After the competition, we're going to have some curated experiences. So you want to stay tuned. You want to like and subscribe to the YouTube channels, as well as all the other equivalent company social media plugs, right? We're going to have some new information dropping very soon about these curated experiences there. Okay? All right. So, and then from there, hey now, I hear what you're saying. I hear you. I hear you. What you're saying is, how can we support this show even more? Well, how about you being a sponsor? You can be a title sponsor. You can be a literacy segment sponsor. So the part about, hey, coach them up. Hey, you know what? Coach them up, sponsored by XYZ business, right? Small businesses. You say, hey, what about us? We might not have those corporate dollars, but we do have dollar support. Well, guess what? We got packages for small businesses too. And this show we film it locally, but it's a national thing. And so you want to be that national sponsor to help facilitate the show being taken across the country, as well as even supporting the upcoming tour. Boom. Book a call, click here, book a call, and we go ahead and sit down and talk about being a sponsor. And say, hey, just to make sure that we want, that you want to get a little sizzle reel from the show. Hey, hello, you can just click on that button right there, bam, and then boom. Then we can watch these contestants up here talk and perform, and then you want to join the movement. Look at these wonderful coaches. Hey, look at Robin over there shouting out her company, Quill & Company, right? And then, oh, wait a minute. So we got the mayor, Mary Keith, the mayor of the city of Laurel, our partner in this thing here, right? Giving us an interview and a shout out. And then we got more judges right here. We got the great Dr. Mike rocking that hat and the jacket. There you go. And then you say, hey, we want to do something even more. Well, guess what? Do something even more. What you can do is this. You can just donate to the show. You can hit a $50, $100, $500 donation. Or you say, hey, what, can I put my own custom dollar amount? Yes, you can. You can put in whatever dollar amount you can and then hit donate. And then that keeps the show moving on. That keeps us be able to add resources to make this thing work and stay working. But last but not least, if you say, listen, the show is cool, but I want to be able to come on. I want to actually get my book done. Well, guess what? Quill & Co. and Robin got you covered. Go ahead. We can get 3 different publishing packages. right? So you can just click book a call, and instantly you're going to see Robin's calendar, and you guys will sit down and have a nice Zoom call meeting, and then she can walk you through which package is best for you. Robin, you want to speak just a little bit about these packages? I know we talked a little about it last episode, but hey, it bears repeating. So go ahead, go.
Absolutely. So, for those who are watching and following the journey of these contestants, and they're saying, like Coach Nick said, oh, that's cool and all, but I don't really want to be in a competition. I just want to go ahead and write my book. So, here's your opportunity to join the Quill and Company family. I've curated 3 packages for everyone, no matter where you are in your writing journey. I have my 30-day ghostwriting package. That package is suited for people who are busy business professionals, or maybe you just don't even want to have the time to write. You just want the story told, and you want someone to help you do that. So that's what that 30-day ghostwriting package is for. I also have a 3-month premier publishing package, and that's for people who need help and assistance in writing and developing that manuscript. So my writing coaching team works with you hand in hand and helps you to develop your manuscript from concept all the way to completion. And then I have the publishing package. That's for people who may have written a book already, or they're just writers, and they're looking to complete their publishing journey. They've already written their manuscript, and they just want the editing done and the publishing part of it done. And all 3 of these packages include marketing. So if you've already written a book and you found that it's not doing as well as you would like for it to do, we actually have an opportunity for you to republish under Quill and Company, and we'll help you with the marketing piece. So yeah, we have a package for everyone. You just click on the book a call now. You'll speak with me directly. I'll answer whatever questions you have, and I'll walk you through the entire process.
There you go. There you go. So once again, hey, you can support us by, getting that merch. We got more merch to come, right? Okay. And then you can do something very simple. You can support the show with your donations right here, or you can have a customized donation of any dollar amount. Every dollar amount matters, whether it's small or big or small, or something in between. All of that helps us provide this opportunity for the folks currently and also the folks to come. All right. So that's what we're talking about. We appreciate, had to take care of a little business. So again, once again, it's nextbestseller.shop. Why is .shop? Because we want you to come here and shop. We've been very transparent. Okay. If you like the show, you like these contests, you like what we're doing, support us. This how. And then you don't have to wait. You can start supporting us like right now. Like right now. All this is available right now to support us. Okay. So took care of a little business right there. Right now, part of being a top professional in your field, in this case, we're talking about being an author, you have to go through some mental preparation. So Dr. Christina took you through the media prep, right? But we did an exercise, right? We did an exercise to kick off the show, right? You guys remember the exercise? You want to kind of talk about that, right? Carla, with a K, Lady K, why don't you come off mute and talk about that exercise?
Yeah, I don't think I actually told you and Robin this, but I love the exercise. I love meditating and like grounding myself. So I felt like even like visualization too. So we kind of were led through a visualization of, making sure that we embody confidence and that we present ourselves at the way that we want it to be presented. So I think just even like closing our eyes and just visualizing that, I think it really helped grounded me before jumping into battle round 2. So I really appreciated that.
Okay, okay. Tasha G, what is your thoughts on that exercise that we did?
Well, because I talk a lot to moms about mindset, and I'm still a work in progress with my mindset, it was great to have that exercise right before we went in, because you can think you're prepared for something until you get there. So it was nice to have that segue, to like set us up. So I really, really appreciated being able to like have that vision of, I got this, and I can take those breaths and like think about the things I'm actually in control of.
Mm, mm. Okay, Chikai, come on. Honestly, what do you think about that mental exercise that we did?
I liked it. Well, it helped my mind.
Well, speaking of the man who led us through that exercise, we got the good uh Christopher White, Coach Chris, right? Okay, Coach Chris, how you doing, brother?
Good, doing well.
All right, all right, all right. So, want to say hello to the lovely people, right? Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad you're here tonight. I don't see my young guy here. I don't know where he's at, but I appreciate you guys, the feedback uh, from the show, from the exercise, and I look forward to working with you guys a little bit more because, we just have to be in the moment. We have to be present at the time that we're doing this stuff and really believe that we can do it and remove all those negative narratives that may be holding us back or any mental blockages that we have going on. So, my practice is about really, getting you focused and ready to go. And I'm here to support you in every endeavor that you're taking on from a mental mindset capacity.
Okay, there we go. So Coach Chris, why don't you talk about your experience doing that exercise? I mean, you walked in, we got camera crews, right? We got these contestants, right? Come on, talk about your experience delivering this to these fine group of people.
From the time I got there, everybody was super polite and greeting, and the atmosphere was conducive to winning. That everyone there is a winner. That you guys are really, when I looked at your stories and read about them, it's really a part of you. You're really sharing something that's germane to you and what you want people to know about you. And that really everything that we really do is for someone else, right? So what you're doing is contributing to other people, connecting with them. And then in order to connect with them on that level and to motivate them, you have to be motivated. You have to be already living that dream of success. And, we talked about last time, be, do, have. You got to be that author. Once you be that author and you put together the activities that go along with that, then you'll have what you want to have. And I see that for all you guys, that you're being it, you're identifying with your product, you're sharing your story, and your mindset has to be there. You have to be thinking, how can I help other people? And that's what you guys are doing. Your story is really about helping other people who have the problems or the situations that you guys encountered. Everybody has those type situations, and you're just connecting. The whole thing is you're going to end up connecting with your tribe, people who feel the way you do. And once you connect with that tribe, then you're going to be on your way.
There we go, there we go. And so that's what it's about, right? Through it's not just the when you're in the pitch room with the judges, it's the interviews, it's the live after show, it's your campaigning to your community because these are the people who want to support you when your book is out and buy your book. The people who are voting for you, who are tuning in, these are the people. And so let's cultivate that, right? So there we go. Now let's switch gears a little bit because people are like, hey, now this is the live after show. It is a main reason why we here that no one talking about. Let's talk about it right now. Voting. Okay, look, we are 1 week away from finale week. Finale week is next week. Okay. And we're going to have a double whopper, right? Next Thursday, we're going to have elimination round. And then 2 days later on Saturday, June 28th, we're going to have the crowning of the next bestseller. Okay. So this is the time you really need to tune in and vote like crazy. So you should be dropping the link in the chat. Go to quillandcompany.com/events, scroll on down and vote for your favorite contestants. You can vote as much as you want, up until Friday, 12 p.m. Once you hit that clock, hits noon, that's it. Voting is over. But we got a surprise for you, though. Next week, finale week, we're going to announce the results live on the after show. Yeah, that's right. Next week, we're not giving you until Friday. No, no, no. Once the episode is over, right? Then voting begins, and then about 5 minutes before the show, the after show, this show ends, we're going to announce who made it through and who didn't, who made it through to the finale, who did not make it through the finale, right? So if it's any, because if, hey, the replay game, we appreciate y'all because y'all be giving us some great views, from, watching on demand. But next week is not the week. Next week is the week you want to tune in because voting will not extend until Friday. It literally will be once the next bestseller episode is over, and then you start hearing this theme song playing on this live. Voting begins, and when this show ends next Thursday, we will announce who advanced to the finale. Right? So right now, I can test you can get them phones up, be working those fingers. Make sure y'all tune in next week. But right before next week, don't put the cart before the. You need to vote right now. You need to vote for you right now. We need to vote for you right now. But it's going down. We're building that up. We're building up. And we got some more announcements that's going to be dropping, some more surprises going to be dropping. That may just totally flip this competition upside down. What's that, Coach Nick? Well, you got to tune in to find out. You got to tune in and find out, right? I'm telling you, the live after show, that's where the party is, right? That's where all the stuff is going down. Now, watch the episode, though. Episode's 5. But we have all the announcement, all the cool stuff and special guests on the live after show, okay? So, again, right now, vote for your folks right now, okay? Vote for your folks. And then we will see who's going through to what? Battle was it round 3 coming up, right? Battle round 3. And then who's going to be available for finale week. Okay. Now, also, I need you guys to like and subscribe. Okay. And hit that notification bell. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Why that notification bell? Because we might decide to go live just to drop some few announcements. And you don't want to miss out on that. Also, just in case you're busy working, like, oh man, at 7 p.m., I'll miss that. Oh, the after show, guess what? You get notifications on your phone, on your tablet, letting you know the live after show is happening because next week, we're not waiting till Friday. Next week, at the end of this show, we will know who will advance to the finale 2 days later, June 28th. Okay? All right? Okay. So, all right, Lady K, what do you think about that shakeup for next week, finale week? What are your thoughts? What are you feeling about that?
I'm nervous. I'm excited. I think I think I'm gonna try to, just get supporters, my village to tune in like I have been every week. But yeah, time is winding down and we're almost there. So I'm excited for all of us.
Okay, Tasha G, how you feeling about the shakeup, the twists for next week?
I mean, you already told us every week you got something for us. So I was expecting something. I just didn't know what to expect. But it seems like we've just started and it's about to be over. Like the time just
Mm,
went by so fast, so
yeah.
quickly. I've learned so much in a little bit of time, and I'm holding steadfast to what I believe that I am my biggest competition. I want to be better than I was yesterday, last week, last month, last year. And if it's for me, it's for me. So I'll be tuning in as well, talking to my village. I was live before I came on here just to let everybody know what's going on. So I just want to definitely continue to do that and just be supportive as well for whoever is the next bestseller because I think we all have become friends in this, and it's been an exciting and unique experience to say the least.
Oh yeah, well said, well said. Jakai, how you feel about that shakeup? Because you got that tight window. Just the duration of this after show next week is the only time folks have to vote. How you feel about that tight window?
I'm feeling a lot of things. Um, I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm just mainly nervous, but um,
So there it is. Nervous. One excitement and three nervouses.
I'm excited too. I am excited.
Okay, I
You
believe you.
know,
I believe you.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So all right. As the leading vote getter, 2 weeks in a row, Carla. Um, you want to share any of your campaign tactics for coming up?
I mean, I can't share everything, right? But I mean, I'm just gonna, keep tapping into my tribe. And like I said, I've been doing social media, like all the things, telling people by word of mouth. So, I'm gonna keep pushing.
Okay, keep pushing. All right. Now, let's shift gears a little bit because we do have another special guest in the room. All right, Mr. Lawson Brooks. Come off mute, sir. Mr. Lawson Brooks. And
I don't
once
know
you
about how special, but I'm
hey, hey,
glad to be
hey,
here.
wait, it's special. I said special, it's special. That's how it goes right there, right? So once you tell the people who you are and why you are engaging in supporting the next bestseller.
Well, again, my name is Lawson Brooks, and I'm an author as well. I have a new mystery out called No Room in Paradise.
Uh-oh.
It's available everywhere now, and it's really about a mystery wrapped in politics, loyalty, ambition, secrets, and it's about a guy who's pulled into a casino deal, and there's a lot of political intrigue involved, and of course, a lot of dead bodies. So it's uh, it's really been a really great process for me, and I know you all as writers, as you're going through your process and trying to craft your stories, it's really a fun time. So I was really interested watching you guys tonight and answering some of the questions, talking about your process, because really, and even though I've done two books, I'm still sort of learning things all the time. And when I go out and do book clubs and go speaking, uh, like Coach Nick was saying, be prepared for everything. But it's one of the most fun times you're going to have. So I'm really proud to see you guys achieving what you are. And the young people just blew me away with the fact that they are thinking about the things that they are, uh, particularly in this day when we're getting so much negative information about African American youth. So I was really pleased to see that, and I hope you guys continue. The writing process is ongoing, and you're learning something every day. Uh, I have lived a quite bit more life than you have, so I have a whole lot of stories to tell. But with each, as you go through your journey, it would be great for you to chronicle as much as you can and use that as fodder for the information that you'll be providing in your writings going forward.
There you go. Now, okay, so all right, Lawson. Jakaya is our resident mystery writer,
I
right?
heard.
And yeah, so Jakaya, so from one mystery writer to another, what do you have a question that you want to ask Mr. Brooks?
Um, well, I guess like, what made you want to write a mystery book, I guess?
Well, initially, both books that I wrote were actually based on true incidents. The first one I wrote is called From the Waist Up, and actually, someone I knew, their wife was murdered while he was out of town on business, and it's a
Oh
true
no.
story. And with all the stuff that went around it, you couldn't make it up. And so I just used it as a focal point. I did not write about the murder itself, but what I did was I crafted a story that you took just certain characteristics. And ironically, that murder was just solved 30 years later this year. It was in the Washington Post. It was a big deal. The second book I wrote was also based on a true incident where I was part of a group that we tried to become the first African American casino owners in the country. And this was back in 1993. And it wasn't like we were high rollers. We were just politically connected people with big dreams. And the things that went on, I couldn't even make up. So it served as fodder for a great story. And I think I've got some interesting characters. I have 20 some plus characters in the book, although they come and go in different sequences. And I think, but some of the political characters and many of the others are actually, they're not based on true people, but they're based on characteristics of people I've met over the years. So that's why I'm saying as you're going forward, particularly, is it Jakaya? Yeah, as you're writing your book, just observe people, observe how they talk, keep notes, and be able to describe, because one of the things you want to do as a writer, and one of the really positive feedback I get is the ability to describe a room that you're in or describe a scene so that the reader feels like they're there, right? So uh, think like that and just always be observant. And I think, and you probably will have some great stories with each year. So just make sure that you sort of have a journal and keep track of that.
There you go. So let's tell the people why you decided to be involved and to support and be a friend of the show.
Well, I ran into this by accident. I was telling Robin that I knew one of the contestants that pitched Carla Dancy Smith,
Call it with a
and
C.
and I ran across it by mistake, and so I had not talked to Carla, and then I saw the company name, and so I reached out. And Robin, I actually know someone else that's contemplating writing a book, so I thought that I'd see what Carla was putting together. It really has so much potential. I really think that if she keeps it rolling like she is, that she can expand this whole thing and hopefully become a national sort of player in the publishing industry because it's wide open right now, given the fact that traditional publishers are retrenching from supporting new writers. So it gives a company like Quill and Co. an opportunity to go in and support young writers, new writers, and just have an opportunity to make an impact on, because one of the things I like to say when I sign some of my books, I use the phrase that all stories matter and our stories matter more. And so I think that we have to have the ability to frame our own narratives so that we're not always reacting to what other people think about us. So I think it's important. I think Robin's going to do a great job. And so I'm going to try to support her as much as I can, as I would any other African American business, because I think we're in a time right now where we really need to be doing that, and so it's a great opportunity. So I'm getting as much out of it as I'm going to try to put in.
Well said, well said. Now I think it's a great segue to go back to the supporters of the show, of the competition, is that, yeah, this is an expensive undertaking, right? And we need all the support we can get, aka dollars. So what would be your message to the supporters out there in terms of, financially supporting by buying the merchandise and making donations? What would be your message to them to encourage them to do the right thing and help us out?
Well, I think, I mean, you've done a great job putting that out there already. I think, again, it's about making sure that you're visible enough in the community, which you seem to be doing. I know that your strategy is to deal with other cities and whatnot. So the key thing is continue to tell your story, tell it
No, 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 no,
effectively.
no. I'm gonna make sure you understand my question. My
Uh,
question is, what would you say to the people out there watching, hearing about it? What would be your message to them to encourage them to support us?
Okay, well, my message is just to learn as much as you can about the company because I think you're doing great work, and that this kind of competition, is really something that adds value to our community. And so it's a great opportunity to be involved in a ground up sort of endeavor. And this, like I said, I had not heard about this. And so it's given me the opportunity to tell other people. So I think going forward, and again, as your story gets out there, I think the reason why people should want to support it is by virtue of all these young people that you see up here that are trying to do their thing, craft their stories, their narratives, and to um, um, be just really productive messengers of what some of the stories in our community. So I think it's important and imperative for them to do that.
Thank you again. Well said. So you heard it from the man himself. He's up here saying, "Let's support." He's supporting. Let's do it. Okay, we thank you for being on the show. All right, now let's go back to some other piece of business, which is, hey, finale week is coming up, right? So finale week is coming up. That means we got to do what? We got to get some tickets. Okay, so buy tickets. No, we refresh that. What did I say? Get your free ticket. It's doors open at 2:30 and showtime starts at 3. Okay, don't miss it. Oh, we're gonna have some singers, we're gonna have some music, we're gonna have some surprises, some super special guests, and most importantly, we're gonna crown the winner of the next bestseller competition. And then immediately right there, we're going to have the live after show. So we won't be filming, we will be live streaming the entire episode on June 28th. The entire episode will be live streaming. But you don't have to just settle for watching on YouTube. You can get your free ticket, right? You click on that free ticket, right? And you go down here and just say, see, free, and just say, hey, I need a ticket. Boom, and then check it on out. So we would love to have this house packed with people excited to hear from the finalists and get to see the whole pageantry of crowning the first ever. There can never be another first. The first ever next bestseller champion. Tashi, how does that make you feel that you have a chance to be the first next bestseller champion? How does that make you feel, Tashi G?
It's very exciting because like the things that happen for me to even get to writing a book, it's like it's been a long journey and I just literally wrote it like it just came into my head and God was like, just write everything down, girl. Like you're going through so much right now, just put it into words. You talk to people about it, but imagine if instead of talking to 2 or 3 people, you can talk to 2 or 300 or 2 or 3 thousand, with your words. And that's what I think about. And I'm just looking forward to not only, you know, the opportunity of becoming that next best seller, but those curated events to be able to go around and have like that mom maintenance talk like I want to have, talking and sharing my story and bonding with my community. So I just see so much coming out of this, and I'm just very appreciative for the opportunity to be considered.
All right. Robin, uh, what can you tell the people as a little teaser of what to expect at the finale?
Ooh, the finale is shaping up. I'm so excited because it's so close. We have some wonderful things. One thing that I wanted to let you guys know, I just got the trophy in the mail for the winner, and it is fantastic. I'm not going to give you a teaser by showing it to you. Only the person who wins it gets to see it up close. So it is phenomenal, and it encompasses this whole competition. We've given you guys a lot of resources. The finale is not going to be any less. We're going to, really make it a wonderful event. So show up in your Sunday's best, looking fly and fabulous. The cameras will be rolling. The news media will be there asking you questions. and everybody, your friends and family, will be there to support you. And it's just going to be a really fun event. And when it's all over, we're going to have a party. We got a DJ coming. We're going to have a great time. We got some good food. So tell everybody you know to get their tickets. There are limited seats. So if you have family that you want to be there to support you, tell them to go on the website and secure their seats as soon as possible.
No, well said, well said. Also, and let me just say, I saw the trophy. And it is nice. It is nice. It is something that is worthy of this competition, but are you worthy to win? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. But the other things that we're gonna have there, we're gonna have tables there where people can purchase books of authors on the Quill and Co label. We're going to have the next bestseller shop, so they can continue to support by purchasing the merchandise of the next bestseller. I mean, and then we're going to have some special VIP guests that you definitely want to get close to and network with. It's going to be a time. And then Robin already said the DJ, oh, we're going to cut it up. After we handle business and crown the champion, we're going to party. We're going to have a good time. So get your tickets while you can. Limited seating, like Robin said, they're free. All right. So at the Laurel Multi-Service Center, doors open at 2:30, but the show starts at 3 p.m. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right. Now, Jakaya, what would it mean to you to win?
What would it mean to me if I win?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be really happy, I guess, and I'll be really happy if I were to win. I could get my book out there, have people read, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'd just be really happy for me, and also be happy, I guess, just for other people for getting this long too. So
All right. All right. Should be really happy. All right. Look, Lady T, I mean, you were not shy about it. You made it very clear you want to win this thing. You want to win this thing. So, Lady T, I'm calling you Lady T. You Lady K. No one she's looking at me like, what? Lady T, I'm Lady K. All right. Lady K. Lady K, you want to win this thing. You want to win this thing. So, how would you feel if you actually won it?
Honestly, I feel like I've said this so many times, but it would be like one of my biggest dreams. Like I have always wanted to write a book, and I feel like this competition has just confirmed that I want to be the next bestseller. And just being able to get my book out there and work with you all to do so, I feel like it would be such an amazing opportunity. And honestly, like a real honor.
You think are your folks showing up? They gonna show up?
Absolutely. I feel like I have to like tell them, like limit them a little bit.
All right, look here. As many as they want, bring them. Okay. We give everyone a fair opportunity to get tickets. So hey, first come, first serve. So you pack it out with Team Tally. Hey, everyone had a chance. Everyone had a chance. So we got hold up, wait a minute, I see a comment here. So hold up, Lady K. So is it true that you have never won a trophy before?
I have never had a trophy. I was a book nerd, so I was you don't really get a trophy for reading books, but
Well, here you get a trophy for winning for writing books. How about that? How about
that would
that?
be amazing.
Tasha G, same question. How would it feel to win this thing?
It would be surreal because a few years ago, I think it was like 2022, I did a vision board and I put on there that I wanted to be an author. And then I read a book, and the guy in there said, I made a vision board and I put that I wanted to be an author. Then I went back and put I wanted to be a best-selling author.
Of
And I
course
was
you
like, I
did.
need to do what he did, right? So I put that, and it's like then for this competition to be entitled the next bestseller, I was like, listen, this is too much serendipity for me. I'm
Mm,
feeling like I'm in the right place at the right time. So it would just be amazing because my family, like they've been here supporting me. I have two daughters and a son, and they're watching me accomplish something that is a big dream of mine. And I'm just looking at how this can turn into like just a whole change, for me, where I'll be able to own more of who I am, own more of what it's like to not only be a mom, but just be Tasha, you know what I mean? And like
mm,
just walk more into that, especially being 45 years old. It's
mm.
like I feel like this is my time to put myself first and do things for me. So it would just really be a dream come true.
Oh, 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 that line right there. I get to just be Tasha. All right. Okay. All right. That's probably resonating with some people out there. So we got Sam, aka the Southern gentleman with the Southern drawl and the deep voice. Sam, he's not feeling well off camera, but he's participating, saying to win, in this whole environment, finale week is like the NBA Finals Game 6. It's time to win. It's time to win. Okay. Well, I mean, he did. I mean, hey, Lady K had a huge margin, 62% of vote. And then less than a few days, Sam then whop, he didn't chop that thing in half, right? And he didn't caught up. He was like 87 votes shy of tying Lady K. So, Sam, in the chat, put it in the chat, right? What does it feel like? What would it feel like to actually win this thing? We want to know. And then does Lady K, the leading vote getter so far, does she need to be watching her back? I want to know. I want to know. She's like, why you put me out there? Well, you know what? When you're leading vote getter, you kind of get that spotlight. I'm sorry, that's just how I go right there, right? Let me see. Let me see what he got. Did he respond? Let me see what he said. He said it feels amazing to be this close. So I have to win. Oh, shots fired! Shots fired! Woo, fan in the flames. Woo, fan in the flames. Okay, so what you got? Because Carla, what's your thoughts on Sam's comment on that? It feels amazing to be this close, so I have to win. I have to win. What's your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I think that this competition just makes me better. It makes me like more motivated to be prepared for each battle round. And, hearing how bad everyone wants it, I think we all want it really bad. But like I said, it makes me ready for the next round and to really bring it.
Ooh. Now, Tasha G, you said, "Hey, it's about me. I am my competition." So,
Yeah.
but you haven't been in the top 3 in votes. So, what's up with that?
So this is the thing. When
Okay.
I tell people to vote, they are voting later than they should. Okay. I
Uh,
was getting text messages up to today where people are like, I voted. And I'm like, did you not look at the caption? Did you not listen to the message? So I said, I'm gonna put that on me, right? So that's why I went live before the show to tell people about voting. When we're done, I'm gonna go live again, and I'll be live again tomorrow, numerous times with posts to see. But like I said before, if it's for me, it's for me. You know what I mean? Like you all did have a controlling thing out there in sense of like, hey, y'all need the public to vote. But my main thing is to become that next bestseller. So if it's not through the competition, I'm not gonna give up on my book. I know
mm,
that it's supposed to be out there. I know it's meant to be out there. The judges keep on confirming it by saying this needs to be out there. Moms need this. So either way, I'm still going. I don't know where my journey is going to lead me, but I would like that trophy. And my crown size is a size medium. Thank you very much.
oh, whatever. Whatever. Did you hear that? She said she want a trophy and a crown.
Now I got to go buy a crown. Next season we'll give out crowns.
Say a tiara. She said, I want a crown. And look how big her hands were like this. So it's a big old crown. Oh my goodness. Ooh, the trash talking is heating up. The competition heating up. Now, remember, guys, again, I'm telling the people out there, and make sure that, the Sasha G said, her people been voting late, and since you taking it on herself, taking the personal accountability for that. So remember, tell your people, all right, look, you make it through. So you still got to handle business by making it to round 3, right? But you make it to round 3, tell your people they got just one opportunity. At Thursday, 7 p.m., the show airs. Right after that show, when you hear that theme music and we come on the live, they have until that moment, until right before we end the show, to vote. And we're going to announce who's making it to the finale right then and there. Right then and there. So we're going to end the show. We're going to stop in about 5 minutes, stop the voting at 5 minutes, and then give our tech team in the back to go ahead and tally up the votes. And then they're going to let me know. They're going to give me a little screenshot of the chart so everybody can see it in transparency. And then we're going to announce who's making it through, who our finalists are. So they have that window only to vote. So, and maybe we also can have some other special surprises that can help with the votes. We'll see. I don't know. But they have that window to vote. Okay. So, Jakaya, what's the window for them to vote for next week? What's the window?
They're gonna. Ah, my neck. Oh, sorry. Sorry. So they're gonna have to come. They're gonna be here to vote, right? Like in the.
That's right. They got to
Yeah,
watch the after show.
they gotta watch the after show, and y'all gotta vote until like last 5 minutes, and then they're gonna tally up. Y'all gonna tally up the votes, and then gonna let us know right then and there who makes it or not.
That's right. So are you going to tell your people this? Make sure they understand it. All
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir,
Tasha
I
G,
am.
what you going to tell your people? What you going to tell them?
They got one shot to show everybody that I wasn't lying about them supporting me. They got, they need to be on from watching the show to going right into Coach Nick, because I'm posting the links on all the social media platforms, and they need to be voting multiple times until 5 minutes before. And they can start voting now as well for this week. Right?
There you go. There you go. Yeah,
Okay.
keep voting.
Yes,
All right.
now I'm getting text messages. Now
Tell them to stop texting and stop voting.
they're asking, can I vote now? Yes, vote now, vote multiple times. I know y'all can hear me. Thank you very much.
There you go. And so good old Lawson Brooks said, great job, everyone. Good luck. Right? Wishing you well. Sam, I want to know, what you gonna tell your people? Make sure they straight for voting, right? All right, Lady K. Okay, so you got that tight window, right? I know Sam was like Tasha G. He was saying a lot of these people, they vote later. They end up voting. They vote in the nick of time, right? But they only got this short period of time to vote for next week. So, Sam, I want to know your thoughts on that. So, but all right, Lady K, right? I mean, we see every week the chat blowing up. So, what's going to be your instructions to your team caller?
I mean, they need to tune in at 7 p.m. so that they can watch all of our amazing, I guess round 3 segments. And yeah, they're gonna vote immediately. Vote immediately starting at the after show.
There you go. That's it right there. Vote immediately, right? Immediately. No messing around. So they got a whole week to plan things, get babysitters, put the kids to bed. Hey, we go out to dinner another night, Friday night, not Thursday night. They got a whole week to plan and prepare so they can be tuning in. Okay? So tell them to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So just in case if they slipping and tripping, that notification bell will go off saying, oh, shoot, the live started. Let me get on my YouTube and let me go ahead and start voting. Okay.
Yes.
So there we go. Let's make sure we do
Yes.
that.
And guess what? Even if y'all go out, y'all can't get a babysitter. Vote with your kid in your lap. Vote at the table when you eat your dinner. There's no excuses. All right. This is a reflection of y'all at this point. Okay. We here. We showing up. Thank you. I'm sorry. You know I'm aggressive.
Oh man, see, that's what I'm talking about. This is why we got this show right here for y'all to talk directly to the people, right? And for them to talk back to you. So didn't have any questions this today, but they were making comments like, hey, Tasha G, right? Important Tasha G saying voting now, Tasha G, voting now, Tasha. Hey, some of your people listening, right? And then we got folks with caller. They keep saying team caller. They call all the way. So, yo, Chikaya, all right. Get your people to tune in and participate. Get them participate in the chat. Okay? Don't just have them sit there on their fingers. Have them participate in the chat. Show some support for you. Okay? All right. So before we wrap this show up, again, we want to remind you guys, right? Next bestseller on the Quill & Co. YouTube channel, Thursday, 7 p.m. That is the show that's going to decide who will be the finalists next week. Battle round 3. Okay? And then we're going to announce the results on the after show. You come on over to Coach Nick DC YouTube channel, and we're going to announce the votes right then and there. And then guess what? On the finale 2 days later, on Saturday, June 28th, we're going to live stream the show. No recording. We're going to live stream it. And you get to come in person, see these people in the flesh for the first time and show your love and support and have some good food and have a good time and party, right? And do some networking. And also bring your wallet because we're going to have the Quill & Company store, the next bestseller store, right? So bring your wallet and spend some money, show some support there too. And don't forget to go to nextbestseller.shop and show your love there, right? We do want to give you a little teaser here. So guys, for round 3, so they know what to expect for next week's episode. So you guys from Understand, a little birdie told me that you guys been given your assignment on what's going to be the format for this battle round. Lady K, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this round. We were all directed to be prepared to read like excerpts from our book. So we're going to be like reading directly, giving you guys a little bit of a teaser and a little bit of taste of what to expect with our books.
Mm-hmm. Because we getting close to that finish line, so they really need to know what these books are all about, right? Tasha G, how you feel about that? Come on now.
I'm very excited. I started prepping when I got that email, and I have an idea that I said to my friends in the very beginning. I said, I think I should use this. And they was like, no, I don't think it's going to be right for the competition. And when I got that email, I said, didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all I'm ready? And they were like, yeah, you got to pull out the big guns. So I'm ready. It's going to be very different, very, very unique. Nobody is going to have anything like it. So I'm excited to show another side of myself.
Oh, okay. And we got Kiana saying, I voted for Tasha G with a big old heart. Okay. They they starting to pay attention. They started to follow your instructions, Tasha G.
And understood the assignment. I had to get a little bass in my voice. See, that's what I needed to do.
Sometimes you gotta get a little bass. All right. And so, all right, so Jakaya, right? Okay, you gotta dig a little deeper into that story. Again, mystery is my favorite genre. In particular, murder mystery is my favorite genre, right? So you're gonna give us a little bit more about, what's up with that girl, the girlfriend who was murdered, and the boyfriend trying to solve the crime. You gonna give us a little bit more? You want to go a little deeper than that?
I sure am.
Oh yeah. Oh, look how she said it with confidence. Uh-huh. Watch out. Well, yeah, I'm young, but I'm mighty. I'm powerful, and I'm gonna show it to you. Ooh, wait, this is gonna be one heck of an episode right here because if they don't advance, they don't make it to the finale. It's all going down next week. Do not mess around and miss this show. right? You can watch it on replay, but you can't vote on replay. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. You can watch it on replay, but you can't vote on replay, right? But shout out to the replay game. But the replay game coming next week, you need to be the live game. We need everybody on YouTube next Thursday tuning in and ready to vote. Okay, so that's what needs to happen right there. So in closing, we appreciate you guys sticking with us and rolling with us and telling people about it. And speaking of telling people about it, we really can use your support with these the people who are actually watching and tuning in real time. And so we're asking that all you guys coordinate watch parties, right? Tasha G, get your people on coordinating watch parties, right? Get their mother, their uncle, their neighbor, tune in, right? Call it Kate, same thing, right? Let's get them these watch parties. Jakaya, get all them young buddies, yours, right? Get them to organize watch parties. Don't just have them tune in. Get their friends, their neighbors, their moms, their dads, uncles, and it doesn't have to be local, right? You got like Lady T, she had a power outage, so she couldn't make it. But Lady T said she got people down in the South voting for her. So that's the power of the internet. We're filming local, but it's a national, even international, because of the internet. So call your people who are all over the place, wherever they are, to tune in and to vote and to host watch parties. Host watch parties. All right. So on behalf of Robin and Quill and Company and these wonderful, wonderful contestants right here, soon to be published authors, I'm Coach Nick, your coach, your guide, and your host in this journey. Can't wait to see you until next Thursday, 7 p.m., and then immediately following the After Show on the Coach Nick DC channel. All right. So once again, we appreciate you. Thank you for rolling with us in that replay game. Thank you for continuing to support us with all this extra bonus views. But your contestants, they really need you guys to tune in live next week. God bless you. We appreciate you. And here's a little theme song to play us out. Let's go.
Is more than a pitch. This is your story, your shot, your moment. Only the bold become the next bestseller.
And don't forget to shop, nextbestseller.shop.